Alright, here we go. We're going to start a little early today to make up for starting late yesterday. Even though I went 45 minutes long yesterday. In real, we're going to pick up right where we left off yesterday. We got to go to Aquila City to meet Justin Sneed. And here we go.
Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
You're on enough time to make the smart decision. We could use a vacation. If you're feeling generous, you could help us out. Or we could just dust your ship.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work like that.
Sorry, that's not on the menu.
Target's shield system is fried.
Hi. I have scum like you for breakfast. Spacers, they'll never learn. See, is this one closer? Yes, this one's closer. So. One thing about turrets, once they went hostile, the turrets kick off as soon as they're in range. It's nice to see Highlander 3 is a good fighter, though. Because all I did was add cargo and engines to it.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
The Flying Dutchman.
You would think that deadly predators would have driven off settlers. Humans. We can be so stubborn.
Hey,
No!
word to the wise. Avoid the stretch. Especially acting.
Even the Rangers have been impressed with how much human garbage you've been taking out. Here.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I heard Mr. Wright's gonna be looking for an apprentice soon.
You have a nice day now.
Tower's closed. Come back some other time. You're them, huh? I've got 2 rules for this little meeting. Rule number 1, you're not to share anything you discuss up there. This is a private matter, and we're going to keep it that way. Rule 2, you
Ranger.
decide to get playful with that
Ranger.
weapon, we're going to have serious problems.
Ranger.
Think
Ranger.
you
It
can
says so
abide
right
by
here on my
those?
shoulder.
Good. Miss Lance is waiting upstairs. You can go on up.
Yeah, see. Ranger. Right here on the shoulder. Ranger.
And that must make you our guest. Please, take a seat. Now, you may already know who I am. Raisha Lance, CEO, Laredo Firearms. And you, I know all about. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the retreat. Truly, it's a project that's near and dear to my heart. Now, I presume Nevin already got you up to speed. I need details before I talk to the heads of the Trackers Alliance. Make sure their members understand the retreat's off limits. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just jump right into it. Lily here will be taking notes as we go. Now, Nevin said all the various incidents afflicting the retreat, they all stemmed from this pair of rogue bounty hunters. Do I have that right? Good. Lily, make sure we get a copy of all that, will you?
Yes, Miss Lance.
But Nevin did say you managed to get those 2 to leave the retreat alone. You mind my asking how you accomplished that? Well, that much is obvious, certainly. So, only other thing I wanted to ask, and I'm just looking for an opinion here, is there anything in your eyes that could have been done to prevent this happening?
I'll go with it's underprotected.
After everything I've heard from you and Nevin, I'm inclined to agree. It'll take time to get the right people in place for this kind of work, but I'll make sure it's addressed. But that should give me enough to present to the Alliance. Thank you for making the time. Now, what you did, well, it deserves something more than just a couple of firm thank yous. Here, I want you to have these. They're a rare make, but I think you've earned it. Now, was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we went our separate ways? You make lots of friends in my position. Friends in the Freestar Collective, friends in the UC. The sort of people with influence over things. Like, say, how much a locality is allowed to spend on Alliance contracts each quarter. When the Alliance heads grasp that it's better for us all to be friends, I expect they'll leave the retreat well enough alone. It's something that's been on my mind for a while now. How best to help the galaxy's incarcerated population? Humanity's tried plenty of bad ideas. Throwing them in jail and forgetting about them. The UC gave that a go way back when. Took all their criminals to a penal colony on Suvorov and left them to their own devices. Well, those folks didn't appreciate that sort of treatment. Took over the colony. And now we call them the Crimson Fleet. Next,
Not
we tried
anymore.
making them pay fines instead of going
Oh
to
wait, I
jail.
haven't done that quest line
Except
on
if
this
you
game.
don't have the money, that's no sort of improvement at all, is it? Bad idea after bad idea. I thought it was time we tried something new. That's where the plans for the retreat came from. Our attempt at doing things different. That's kind of you, but without your help, it might have stayed just a goal. You have my sincere thanks. Now if you'll excuse me, as you've seen, there's plenty to be done.
Miss Lance is the one you want to speak to. Just do your business and move along, and we'll be all friendly-like.
Alright. Now the question is, let's just talk to Sam Coe. What does Sam want?
Over here. There's something we need to discuss.
No, there's nothing we need to discuss. I probably could have left those on.
Be taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
There are other matters that require my attention.
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a joke?
Sure, Sweet Pea. Yo, man can always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
I don't know. Who?
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Okay. Good one, Cora. Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it out on him. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little out of it. Didn't get much sleep last night. Lillian and me, I tried talking with her and I lost my cool. Got a little heated. I know I woke Cora up. Well, that statement's gonna keep me up at night, like everything. Just so you know, there's a long, proud tradition of singing in the shower. Ah, Lillian, she's an incredible woman. Truly. But it is always, and I mean always, about the job. When she bleeds, Freestar colors spill out. And back when I was a ranger, we were quite the team. I'm meant to be on my own. exploring the great beyond. It calls to me. Maybe it's Solomon saying hello. But one day, I was just done. No particular reason. It had been building for a long time. So I tried to convince Lillian to leave it behind, come with me. She shot me down. Hard. Hurt my pride. More than a little. But she was probably right. We were making each other miserable. And that wore on poor Cora, too. It's funny, our latest argument started because Lillian thinks I'm putting Cora in too much danger traveling with you. I told her what you told me, that Cora is just blossoming with all this. With Sarah, you, heck, even Walter. I just know Cora has futures I could never dream of. But Lillian, not so much a fan of you. That kinda set me off. Nah, don't be. It's always something. Cora's been stood up a time or two by Lillian. Always for the best reasons. Last time I think Lillian got a medal for it. But at a certain point, Lillian's excuses don't matter. Poor Cora cried for a week. I don't want to put her through that again. If I do that, y'all might want to invest in some industrial-strength earplugs. And for now, Lillian's going straight to voicemail, so everyone can sleep easy.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's? Like, a lot.
Is mining on the schedule today?
No, Lynn, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Admittedly, not as hard as I should be, but I'm working on it. Oh, let's see. What's the next mission? Oh, it didn't give me a mission. I don't like that mission. Don't like that mission. So I guess we go back to Helios. Start working through that backlog of side missions. I forgot to do something.
Liftoff initiated, Captain. Time to venture into that human sky.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
That's the capital S. From Vladimir's house.
I am not sure rehabilitation can be a valid alternative to incarceration. But I would be happy to be proven wrong.
No.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised it was trackers. Bunch of cutthroats. This place is going to be something special someday.
Glad to see you're on your feet there, Mr. D'Angelo.
Couple of damn trackers with a vendetta. Well, I clearly wasn't fair with these folks. Why does anyone take any job? Credits, and these folks have plenty. But I mean, come on. What they're selling here? Fixing the settled systems by giving criminals career training? You really think the Crimson Fleet are just one typing course away from becoming model citizens? Never been on the receiving side of a visit from the fleet, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And look, I know some folks have it tough out there. I've employed my fair share of ex-cons over the years. But you know how they turn their lives around? They did their time and got jobs instead of making the same bad choices again. Those are options everyone's already got. No retreat required.
You are getting lost in the method, despite your goals being aligned.
Yeah, but the pathway to that goal matters. If they're all here just sitting around learning a trade, just like they would on a job site, huh? Maybe you got a point there. But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a debate. Let's talk about something else. I'm the construction foreman. It's my job to make sure the Helios retreat gets built to whatever standard these folks want so they can run this reform program or whatever. Aha.
Not now, okay?
There's a chance I might have misjudged some of the staff here. Just a small one.
We've still got a long way to go, but it's finally starting to feel real. Just happening through our neck of the woods, stranger? Nevin told me about your summons. Our, donor wasn't too hard on you, I hope. Oh, I can imagine. Well, thanks to your little chat, our donor's doing everything she can to upend the various roadblocks in our way. We're in the process of vetting more security, looking at some additional and more agreeable contractors. Whatever gets this place closer to becoming a reality. Opening's still a ways off, but we'd be going nowhere if you hadn't wandered in. That makes two of us. Thank you again, love. For you, our doors will always be open.
All right, let's go talk to Sergeant Yumi. The only real issue with Sergeant Yumi's quest line is it's do something, wait, do something, wait, do something, wait. It's not a string, just go, 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 go. So we'll have to do something in between.
Been looking for you. Let's talk.
No, let's don't. The weird lodge on this facility here. Oh, it's a part of the pad I'm supposed to be landing on. See, that one is manual. Turret, 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 turret. Shields.
Was quite a leap.
Liftoff complete. Let's go.
Take him out!
Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound. Oh, that just took out their shields. Drag out.
And it's over. The Ecliptic didn't know what hit him. Not everyone would have stuck their necks out for a patrol. Thanks. Any way we can repay you?
Could use some repair parts.
Done. Thanks again for the help. UC out.
Stiletto is a glass cannon. Captured one in my vanilla playthrough way back in the beginning, and it hit hard, but it couldn't take a hit.
Dad, do you think Solomon Coe would have liked me?
Oh, you should
Sure.
off the Chimera.
Everybody likes you, don't they?
Do you think he would have liked you?
Well, if you listen to your grandpa, Solomon Coe would have given me a good whooping. But I think he would have liked the man I grew into.
flown one of the Claymore designs, so I don't know about them. Nor have I flown a Reaper. Or Rapier. Why does talk to Sergeant Yumi in the commercial district when he's at the spaceport? Ah, the new Doom Turtle. I reworked it last night after Lady Tarragon's Star Citizen stream.
The city certainly projects a powerful image for the United Colonies, eh?
We need to discuss.
No. No, there isn't. Go away. Yes, I know. If I talked to her and told her I'm not interested, she would go away. But there wouldn't be any fun in that.
Not sure if you will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Separated from their home planet or what? But they scavenge what they need. Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick up clean.
There it is. The citizens got it right. Couldn't tell what it was. Okay.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear.
I hate to though. I have to step away for a second. I will be right back.
It better not stand. It's pretty full.
Yeah. That can't be allowed to stand because evidence. He said, she said. I didn't do it. Well, she said you did. You're going to jail. I hope that didn't come through on the microphone. Not going to get into politics here. All right. Here we go. Let's go talk to Sergeant Yumi. Sorry about the unscheduled break. And I took a D where there shouldn't have been one, so I got to unpin this. Since it won't let me edit it. Reasonable person test, too. Like, if you brushed my shoulder walking past, a reasonable person wouldn't call that sexual harassment. But if you patted my shoulder instead of brushing it, now that apparently you're not a reasonable person. There, we fixed it. It was just bugged me. There you are, Sergeant Yumi.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer.
Oh, we've already started this, I forgot.
Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale. Not right now, but John Tuala over at Must might. I hear they're looking for new recruits to join the Vanguard. I check with him. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people. Hopefully the recent hires we've had will help solve that. Let me know if you have any questions.
Alright, we're going to do the Crimson Fleet. But we're going to have to change.
My day is suddenly much improved. How about that? I suppose you may have a moment of my time. I will never tire of hearing you voice your feelings. I shall do as you ask, but you take me with you no matter what.
Alright. Okay, she doesn't really like me being part of the Vanguard. Let's just talk to Sergeant. Well, let's go back and talk to him again. I think this is like that Sam Coe thing yesterday. Just talk to him and talk to him and talk to him.
Mr. Officer? Not right now, but John Tuala over at Must might. I hear they're looking for new recruits to join the Vanguard. I check with him. Take care.
Alright. I don't know why that quest line is stalled, but alright, now we'll go talk to the Tual. We'll just the loot goblin, which is now blue and yellow.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard? Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Vanguard Orientation Hall. I generally do the Terramorphs first. We're going to do the Crimson Fleet first. Enlist agreement. I agree. Main menu. Welcome.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the Orientation Hall, or continue on to the examination.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just
go over
1
my
year
200th
later,
birthday.
the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies. From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230. It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade. The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day. Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. For the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remained, however, select members of House Varun who refused to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space. Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped, the Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since. Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Free Star planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
No one knows how they move between planets. I wonder if they can grav jump or something. All 4 of my last science papers have been on terramorphs.
This thing's like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly in real life.
Nope, that's real.
In the midst of the Colony War, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Which reminds me, did I get my cheat sheet for the magazines? Because there's a magazine here.
Devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xenoweapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last. It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
And the thunder rolls. We have a thunderstorm rolling in, so stream may drop.
No one is
It
more
does,
a
I'm sorry.
United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
And let's see. I'm starting out with 73,000 credits. I wish they had the names of these designs on them. Or do they? No.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
The enemies cheat. There's no other explanation.
No, you just need to get good, scrub. Deimos cockpit. Sorry, don't mean to be so twitchy, but God, the mouse is just like Well, what that's doing, it damn sure isn't making this less twitchy. Maybe I already printed the magazine here? Oh, no, there it is. I missed this room. Vanguard Tactics number 1. I do not have it highlighted here. Highlight. Bold, italicize, underline, and save. Minimize. I played Star Citizen with Lady Tarragon last night. Now I gotta remember Starfield controls.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready. Of course, you'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC Science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
Got any advice?
While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there. The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside. Just head in whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. Here we go.
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active. Targets defeated.
Come on. It won't let me add to that perk point.
New targets active.
Yeah, you can't change your perk point.
Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Target defeated.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Imagine that. Freestar Ranger joining the Vanguard.
Resuming the...
Easy did you pick for the minigame I don't want to play?
Examination.
Shield upgrade active. New targets active. Damage upgrade active. New ally active.
Ally active.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5. targets active.
Extermination protocols active.
Ally eliminated.
Engines disabled. Rest. Target defeated. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. All opponents defeated. Congratulations, pilot. Please exit the simulation. Shutting down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuala to receive your final scores and your probationary assignment. Good showing in there, applicant.
Yes? You needed something?
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, let's get to it then. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Your physiological results are... Huh, that's odd. System couldn't get a read on you. You get your kicks flying too close to stars? Because you're putting out some interesting radiation. Don't worry though, it's not going to affect your score, it's just, different is all. But, where were we? Oh, you found the debug system in the simulator. Nicely done. Curiosity and resourcefulness are skills our recruits need. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 6. You cleared Tier 6. No one clears Tier 6, even with the debug tools. Should be damn proud of yourself.
I am.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and factoring in that you managed to utilize all the tools at your disposal, once you've successfully completed your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only just 3 years. Guess a top 99th percentile piloting score will do that. Plus a hefty
3
signing
years.
bonus to boot. Not gonna get a better offer than that. Sounds like you're just the type of pilot the Vanguard's looking for. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
I'm ready.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
Then just follow me.
Nice hat.
Thank you. It's my 3-star Ranger deputy hat.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
I do.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
Let's do this.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Supra et Ultra. 54,000.
Keeping the skies safe out there?
Yep. Let's go to the Nat station. What's with the Natty? Kind of foggy. Twisted pears.
Lately, I've been getting these rashes under my
That your ship that landed not too long ago? It sure is something.
Thank
You
you.
will be scanned as you enter the city.
It's just a Highland 2 freighter.
Over here. There's something we need to discuss.
No. Oh. I forgot to go talk to the chief. That was almost bad. A ranger.
Really? Shocked she managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Yes, sir.
Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat. Pleasure to be working with you. It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite. In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots get for their first mission. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there. My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out? I honestly didn't realize it had people living on it until we got your record. Report they gave us seemed clean. No known hostile outposts. But I wouldn't say that's permission to let your guard down. Just watch out for wildlife and pirates. Keep those med packs handy and you'll be fine. Nothing too dangerous, if that's your concern. The repair suite's mostly just wiring and circuit boards. The welcome kit has some goodies in there I wouldn't leave sitting around when company comes to visit. But it's nothing some proper storage can't make safe. Then I won't keep you. Make us look good out there, recruit.
Thanks, Chief.
The things people do to their poor, poor ships.
You have no idea. Go Vasco. All those extra boosts I did were wasted, as far as this is concerned.
be honest, I'm a little surprised every time this ship makes it back in one piece.
Okay. We will save Highlander 3. I hope that wasn't a mistake. We quit the desktop. Restart. Continue. Here we go. Yes. Some of the stock ships, I forget which one that. I still have it because I don't sell anything.
Dad, can I have a pet?
No.
A pet? We live on a starship, Cora. Pets and starships don't always mix so well.
Aw, come on, please. I need somebody to talk to while I'm on the ship by myself.
I have got to sell that. I don't know how I picked that up. That wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, that's because I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, we're gonna redo that. We need to go back to the other ship I was using. Angry Doritos on the other game. I don't know what they were arguing about. Get all this stuff loaded into storage. Wait a minute. Put that back. Oh, just under. Yeah, we're gonna keep it anyway. Let's try this again and put these back. Let us make like a tree and take feet.
Red apogee, surrounded by stars and the vastness of space.
partially explored. Which means I picked the magazine up here before. Yeah, because I've been here, the body's gone. Things I tend to use the most. It should have been established. My reading is not what it should be, so I will not inflict it upon you. As little, or I will inflict it upon you as little as possible. Oh, lag spike, lost the chat, no BS. Didn't somehow lose frames, but I don't know.
got hit harder than I thought, or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be quiet.
So what do we got here? Too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? Yeah, make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll.
Actually, Vanguard sent me, though they failed to mention how bad things were.
Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one. I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools. The settlers outfitted most of the buildings with turrets at some point. Not sure how many are still operable, but at least a few appeared to be in fighting shape. There were also some sensors scattered around the facility that I didn't recognize. But those are honestly all just educated guesses until we get the connection reset. It's the building in the middle of the facility. The terminal in there should allow you to grant me access to the system as a whole. Then we can see about getting things back online. Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
Got it. No nuclear bombs. Easy did you pick? As a mini game I no longer wish to play. Of course, that door is wide open. Doesn't matter.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello. Wish I'd found this earlier. Those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. Not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5. Tracker's reading green. What's that sound?
The security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move. breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the Terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
Power levels insufficient. Proceed to next power breaker.
Pick up all my mines again.
Trekker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or... Wait. You did it, didn't you? Heavens above! You just flatlined a terramorph!
Yeah, all in a day's work.
Oh, yeah. Taken care of. No big deal. You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you? All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs.
Okay, while she's
Let's
doing
see if we
that,
can't get to the
I
bottom
gotta
of this.
step away. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go catch up to Adrian. Did I get this out? Yes, I did. Alright, here we go. Runny. Sorry.
This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But terramorphs? They're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us. So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Tau Ceti, though, it's too young to have a native population. It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one. You're right. We don't have enough information. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me? Yeah, I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that terramorph data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit. Clear it with your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name. Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. A bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here. It's not a lot, but you've definitely earned it. Should cover the cost of fuel to Mars, at least. Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Wow, we've almost doubled our money. Hope Tech ship, what's left of it? Probably a mule. Sword, Sanons.
Drive a spin down.
This is United
Jump
Colonies
slow.
Base. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Did that wrong. Damn itches. Everybody loading in, come on. Oh shit.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready. A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers? You killed a terramorph on your first mission. If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering the sample? A researcher. Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens. Certainly seems that way. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special? I see. This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I'd suggest you move out.
is just so weak compared to what I have. Right button, right button. Let's do this right. Eam dingy.
Been looking for you.
I don't care. Go away.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Anything I can help you with? I'm sure you can find something you like.
Well, not that any money to buy. Let's see. Rambler 2. Galileo 3. Black Hawk 3. Hammerhead 3. And the Shield Breaker. That's not a bad ship.
Okay, no problem.
Orbital pattern locked in.
That was the one I was wanting to do. But before we take off, we will move our inventory. Since I'm going there, I need to be in uniform. Excuse me. Hey, gummit. Got a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. Sorry about that.
Engines fire.
I need to change ships.
And we're back where we belong.
Get back into Kepler, but can't do that right now. God damn! Why is this so twitchy?
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Turn the sensitivities down.
pressure normalized, and we're docked.
Captain West, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Thank you, Vasco.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander? Yeah, listen to him carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail. Of course, if you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun.
Almost.
Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Hello. Pardon.
Yes?
Hey.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC System. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer. It appears he certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, Before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDev, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance, and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. Good luck.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? You better make it, because Commander Akande cashed in all his chips to get this operation off the ground. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
I thought it was a volunteer force.
Let me know if you need anything else.
I hear thieves are a real problem.
What? You meant the fleet?
No, I mean you. Commander says you've been talking too much,
Yes?
stealing
What?
all the oxygen on the Vigilance.
Howdy.
So they brought me here to shut you up.
You don't say. Well, good to have you back, partner.
would be this one. The evidence. There are 20 slates. All right. Proceed to Sidonia. I need to change ships while I'm there too.
Separation complete. Gorko, that room of yours better be clean next time I go in there.
I'll get to it, Dad. I promise.
This ain't my getting around to it, Tone. You understand?
Fine, okay.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And we're done. Enjoy Sidonia.
The Kepler or at Vladimir's house.
Hey, I need to talk with you.
Hey, I don't care.
Need some work done? Anything I can help you with? Sure.
Let's see.
How about
You
it?
would modify my ship. Okay, 6 crew, 2369. Yeah, no. No. The Flying Dutchman, 7 crew. Yeah, let's take the Flying Dutchman. More cargo. But much better weapons. And the fact that it's a Crimson Fleet right as the base. That I took from the Crimson Fleet in the first place.
Got a minute to chat?
Nope. No time.
Miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got? No, they're right. What they didn't tell you is that I have a self-preservation streak 1 kilometer wide. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you. There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Oops.
The city of Sidonia is proud to be a pillar of support for the United Colonies. Seek your local Marine recruiter if you wish to sign up for military service.
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist. Hey, good to see you again. Still think there might be room for me on your crew? Okay, I'm game. I could use a break from the Sol system.
Yes, I thought I'd already had him on my crew.
Give me a few to get my things together, then I'll get to work. See you in the space lanes, Captain.
It struck oil, but it turns out it was just another deep one.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy. Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Ava, sit down, have a drink. So, smooth jump into the Sol system? Using security hassle you?
Cut the crap, Adler, and let's make this quick. There's only so long I can stand a sink of minor sweat and stay on music.
Okay. Take it easy. Here's the fleet's kickback, just like I promised.
What is this bullshit? This is half. Half of what you promised.
No reason to get upset, sweetie. Security around Sidonia's been cracking down, and it's tough to get the Deimos marks to play ball. That means I'm spending big on bribes covering lost shipments. This isn't exactly like running a pharmacy out here, you know.
All are welcome here.
Two things, Adler. And I will make this simple enough so even a total imbecile like yourself
Do your
can
part to
understand.
keep Sidonia graffiti-free.
One, I don't give a damn about your excuses. You owe us the agreed amount on time every month. And two, you call me sweetie ever again. And I'll shove my knife so far up your ass that people will mistake you for a unicorn.
Okay. Sorry, Tava. I'll make it work. Here's the rest.
That's more like it. I'll see you in a month.
Something I can help you with? Hey, slow down. I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, all right. No need to get violent. Let me think. Wait, you said Adler Kemp. Yeah, sure. I remember him. Totally forgot I borrowed a few credits from the guy. My mistake. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
Yeah, no. I don't think Adler's gonna be satisfied with that
Well,
solution.
I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right? Holy crap. Really? You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
Almost break time. Come.
Surprise terror attack killed every settlement. There were no survivors. The settled systems are sadly no stranger to terramorph attacks, but how and why they occur is barely understood. Colonial Health and Human Services will be holding a service for the relatives of the deceased, offering their sincerest condolences.
I can't believe that robbery and
Please keep prolonged showers and other water use to a minimum. Do your part to preserve our precious resources. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
I could use a break.
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice. Nice! You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more.
Yeah, the
A lot
coffee's gone.
more. You think think you can handle running with my, associates? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Oh, anyone would do that. In public, no less.
$160,000. Okay. I gotta get coffee. I will be right back. I'll be right there. Hold on. Okay. I have returned with coffee and a hot dog. Lady Tarragon said she might get me a Keurig so I don't have to keep doing this. I can just bring a pitcher of water and make coffee while I'm streaming. I said, well, if you're going to get me a Keurig, get me a hot dog machine too. Maybe a slushy machine next to that. She said no. I can't have a hot dog or slushy machine.
My buddy Mitch keeps asking me if I can help him out with something, but I just don't have the time.
New side mission.
Hey, I need to talk with you.
No. Captured this and just added more cargo to it. Then painted it green. I'm going to change the color though because I didn't think about it. It's trade authority colors.
Ship's good. Welcome, welcome. Let's go.
Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
I'm going to travel. Out to Jupiter. I think I added a couple of engines too. Upgraded to the high-end supernovas and added to.
Wow. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up
So,
with the
I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
That's if you get to
I
this
have,
little
Dad.
task
I want to
have
be as good
planned
a
for you.
co-pilot for the captain as I am for you.
There's a medical supply ship
Well, you're doing a
called the
great job,
Ragana,
Stringbean. I'm proud of
jumping into
you. What do you
Enceladus's
say
orbit.
we get you a new outfit
On
next time
board
we're
that
planet
ship,
side?
you'll find a trader
It still
named
fits, Dad.
Austin Reed.
And I love it.
I want
Now,
him dead.
a new book.
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure. It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long. I've been tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike. Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean, nobody, runs away from the fleet.
I beg to differ.
Pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble. I was afraid of that. Look, we are not built for combat. What is it you want exactly? Damn it. I do not have choice, do I? Okay. Docking bay is open. Let's talk.
Nice clean dock there.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Thank you for letting us go.
And we're away.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Target shields are on fire. Target fragile is disabled.
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear? Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
contraband. You're cleared to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
Hello, how are you?
Hail acknowledged. You're clear to dock at docking port 1. The commander will be waiting for you in operations.
Docking integrity.
Playing a little New
100%.
Game Plus
Good to go,
Starfield with some mods installed for quality of life. Doing the
Commander Conde wants to see you.
Vanguard quest line. Just getting started
I had
into
a
it.
friend on the Regatta. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Another side quest.
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded. First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
You're back. Anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part. Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. Ah, so I take it you have good news. Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
We got a wager going.
Things are
over
progressing
whether the
rather
fleet would
quickly.
let you in or leave
I'm
you
sure
for
the
dead.
commander is pleased.
And unless
Excellent.
you're a zombie,
Let me have it,
I owe the ops
and I'll
team
upload it to our database. Interesting. Looks like he's been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash from Sidonia. Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of their drop points. That should set them back a bit. Have any more? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. Good luck on the key.
This is just the beginning, but it's an important first step.
And we pick up the magazine, combat catalog number 2. And I go over here to my cheat sheet, combat tech. Catalog number 2, highlight, bold, italicize, underline, and save, minimize again, and come over here. Okay, key in the lock. Okay. All right, I'll have to read that when I get on the Siren of the Stars. Set up to do the lock.
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Cool.
Hello.
Hello. Forgot to do that earlier.
maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance. Ensign Betty does a ton of work keeping things shipshape.
I agree. The guys at the bottom are who hold up the top.
The Trojan's a real neat freak. And as our superior officer, that makes us all neat freaks.
Some of the guards don't take kindly to the prisoners, but we should try to maintain some decorum. Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
Got it. Dirty hands, muddy boots, and come in with cholera.
Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job, then I will do my best to clean up after you. That's a loaded question. We err on the side of caution here, short of any physical abuse. But with the Crimson Fleet, you have to be very careful. If you give them an inch, they'll take a parsec and find a way to stab you with it. That's the idea. We will always err on the side of security, given the choice. But I'll be the first to admit it's not an exact science, and we've made mistakes in the past with both the carrot and the stick. As chief officer of this brig, my worst fear is that we'll someday repeat them. As you were.
I have not picked up Austin Riggs. You have to put him in.
Sometimes we'll take the long-range fighters out for grav jump and control high-traffic orbitals for fleet.
Oh, there he is, Austin Riggs.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDef to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. But we've got time, so why don't you indulge me? You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it... But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules. I do. You finish a job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face. Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or a UC captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep. Yeah, I've had some work done. If you got the Crimson Fleet on your back, you would too. As for the name, that was actually the hard part. You can use 100 different aliases and the system will just add them to the list. Now you can pay a guy to delete the list, but nothing's ever really gone forever. Naver probably paid the same guy to hit rewind, and here we are. And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat.
All right, let's see. I got. For some reason, I thought Rake was in that one. In an extra atmospheric, i.e. vacuum vessel, you need to keep the doors closed in case a seal breaks. I guess that one's automatic. Let's go, Vasco.
Nice. Clean sip there.
Ow! Jump away from Cheyenne, huh?
Hey, Dad. Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called...
Your chords right on the way. A haiku, huh? Well, sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's called Space. Space is cold and dark. Starships fly there like comets, carrying us home.
Not bad. Hey, will you write it down so I can carry a copy with me?
I'll copy down too. You know how you lose things. I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nibbles the carbonated bunny.
Seals are locked and we are docked.
Put the docker on the front.
Get out of my face. You said the take was 10K.
Good day, Captain.
But it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30. You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem. If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
I disregard. Did an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
In front of my new roof.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
I had to do salvage.
Maybe for you. I'd rather shove a shotgun up my nose than remember the face of every low-life rook who passes through this station. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. Wow, thanks, Professor. That's just terribly fascinating. I'll be certain to pass that on to the maintenance crew who have to use baling wire to keep the plating from peeling off. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right, history time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
And we're inverted. hate when it does that. It should be right side up.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nav. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lot. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
My prices may be high, but these goods ain't exactly easy to find.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, This is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rake? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Sorry.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first
When we
reckoner
get
to
through
bear a
with Delgado,
bomb
it'll
under
probably
my
be the end of the
ribcage,
stream.
but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Dujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Time to make
the
credits.
perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
All right, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome.
So there I am. You see security on my tail, and my grav drive just chokes. And you know what I find back there?
Hey, champ. I'm including this month's list of parts I need for the key. Don't bust a gut. It's hefty, but I know you can handle it. I'm gonna need a lot more than usual
You've got
this
stuff
time.
to smuggle.
I'm planning
I've
to
got the stuff to
overhaul
hide
the
it.
entire electrical system before it completely shorts out. Oh yeah, thanks for sending over the
You
key's
see
reactor
Sys
specs.
Def as a
I can't
joke.
tell you exactly
They
why
haven't
I
caught
needed
us
those.
yet.
Dell said to keep it hush-hush. As far as next month's shipment, start scrounging up some parts so I can spruce up our defensive batteries. They're looking kind of rusty. Well, I guess that's it for now. I'll have my people in New Atlantis drop off the payment at the spaceport. Just make sure you aren't being
Forgot to
followed.
change out of the
We wouldn't want the
system.
UC to know they're providing replacement parts to the Crimson Fleet.
Problem when you are feeling it. And now let's see, that was a peak. Oh, here it is. Number 5. Bold, italicize, underline. Save.
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons. Nothing's a substitute for shotgun blast.
Better get a move on before Dale sees you
There's our other new
slacking.
recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here.
Arrogant much?
When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal, or you pay the
What
consequences.
about Vladimir?
Fleet
Friend of
before
mine.
friends.
He retired from the
Fleet
fleet.
before family. Fleet before yourself.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating, being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC SysDef. You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Griggs' legacy. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay. Enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Are you looking to start something? 'Cause I'll finish it.
Nah, you'll finish it dead.
Were my instructions unclear? What do you want? I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting. When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for.
Here we go.
I like my weapons like I like my coffee. Scalding.
Got mixed feelings about my last job. On the one hand, lost a friend. But on the other hand, I got that credit.
We're unlatched. Free and clear.
The old Doom Turtle I have last night I tweaked.
Landing signs good to go.
That's in my test game. But this is where we're going to call it today. It's been 5 minutes short of 4 hours. And I'm starting to have issues. And I got to moderate for Lady Tarragon. Give her a shout out. At 7 o'clock tonight, Lady Tarragon and I will be playing Star Citizen. Please stop by and say hi there. And thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope I see you tomorrow at noon. We'll continue right where we're leaving off here at Super Off. And have a good day. Catch you later.